everybody, it's me. I wore this because I want you to know it's the same guy that's in that video. And I'm gonna maybe I'll just talk for a little while because I know people are probably fighting the inner spacer web and headphones. Hopefully this is a slight headphone experience, earbud experience. Your computers will work better if you're directly plugged into the router with a Ethernet cable, but Wi-Fi will work. If it gets a little glitchy, don't worry about it. If you get bored with me or something, want to go away somewhere and watch a cat video, I'm going to leave this this YouTube stream up for a few days. And wow, I am so thrilled that so many people I know and love and people I don't know are watching and listening. I've been thinking a lot about Neil Armstrong. I met Neil Armstrong. I exchanged pleasantries with him once at a studio I worked at. He came in to do a voiceover, and it took me a while to realize, whoa, I just talked to Neil Armstrong and he asked me how I was doing. That's like Magellan. And he's a very sweet, self-effacing man. And I just think, how did he even remember to say anything, awesome and wonderful when he got off his little spaceship on the moon? Because right now I feel like I'm in a spaceship, and what I want to say is, whew, that was really complicated, and where is everybody? Mama's little baby likes fear and torture. Ouch. Mama's little darling likes violent sex. She thinks she's Queen Victoria. Giddy up, horsey, ride the Pony Express. Oh no, trouble now. Are your nerves failing? Don't come unglued. If your heart's gets a beat, stay on your feet. Don't throw that moment away. No, 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 no. Yeah, being good ain't being happy. No, 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 no. Yeah, taking care ain't being there. Yeah, I'm out on a limb where the fun begins. 'Cause fear is never boring. I see a spark. Hear voices in the dark. They tell me don't lose heart. Stiff rubber lipstick to your guns, let it rip. Don't throw that moment away. With consciousness barely floating, the slippery curve is approaching. My whole life flashed before I crashed. Fear is never boring. I think I see a spark. Hear voices in the dark. They tell me don't lose heart. Stiff upper lipstick, here goes, let it rip. Don't throw that moment away. Oh, no trouble now. Are your nerves failing? Don't come unglued. If your heart's gonna beat, stay on your feet. Don't throw that moment away. Don't throw that moment away. Fear is never boring. Fear is never boring. Don't throw that moment away. Ta-da! Okay. So, welcome to my studio. If I'm successful with this tonight, my plan, we got to watch out for plans, but what I would hope is that I do this once a week for the duration. I want to do one a week from tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Do it a little bit earlier. My West Coast and Hawaiian friends can deal with that. And when I do the house concerts, this is my 41st house concert. I play 2.5, 3 hours. I won't go that long tonight. My kids said people shouldn't stare at the screen that long. So I'll give you a nice, healthy half a house concert tonight. Probably take about 75 minutes because I'm going to talk too much. But anyways, back in my studio, I have access to most of the master tapes from all the bands I've been in and all my solo records, of course. So for the house concerts, I just went in and remixed them, kind of simplified some of the mixes, took out the lead voice and the main guitar, and I've been playing a backing track, stuff like that. This song, I played everything on this one because I couldn't get any friends to play it. Sooner or later you'll run out of money. And right after that, you'll lose all your friends. And when your retirement portfolio tanks, you'll have only yourself to thank. But Bob has a good life in the trailer park. He loves his kids more than he takes his job. And when he makes love to his wife, well, she's as pretty as a TV star. If he weren't so humble, he'd think he was a god. And Bob wouldn't trade his life for anyone, anywhere. Maybe he's poor white trash, but if he is, he doesn't care. Bob wouldn't trade his life for anyone, anywhere, anyone, anywhere, anyone, anywhere. Sooner or later, your wife will want plastic surgery. So you will buy her 2 big breasts. But eventually your flag will sag, 'cause deep inside she's the same old bag. And you'll learn the worst things in life are free. The morning sun shines down on an airstream in Yuma. Bob stands at the door with a library card in his hand. Gonna check out some Dr. Seuss for the kids and some Herman Melville for his baby. Download an MP3 by the MC5 and kick out the jams. And Bob wouldn't trade his life for anyone, anywhere. Maybe he's poor white trash, but if he is, he doesn't care. Bob wouldn't trade his life for anyone, anywhere, anyone, anywhere, anyone, anywhere. Bob has a good life in the trailer park. Bob has a good life in the trailer park. Bob has a good life in the trailer park. Bob has a good life in the trailer park. Trailer park. Thank you, I guess. Oh God, when I contemplated this, I thought house concerts, you just have to go in with an acoustic guitar and, play the unplugged versions. And my attention span would last just about as long as that was. I like electric guitars. I like all the knobs and all that stuff. Like that, look at that. Look at that. Rickenbacker 625. Look at all these knobs. I don't even know what they do. I have no idea what they do. The twang bar, useless, but who cares? It's so cool. And it sounds great. Sounds great. Flat wound strings, no devices, just plug it into an amp. You guitar players know that. So this song has Chris Arducer playing drums. The first time I played with Chris, he was 11, and I don't remember what the band was called. It was a frat house gig in Toledo, Ohio. It's okay, Mr. and Mrs. Dr. and Mrs. Arducer. We'll take care of Chris. We got paid $100 single bills in a bag for that gig. And Chris went on to play in the infamous Human Darts, Legs, Raisins, The Bears, Psychodots, and last I heard he's playing with Blessed Union of Souls. God bless him. The bass on this is provided by Matt Malley, a founding flounder of Counting Crows, who saw the Bears play in Berkeley, I think. Or maybe it was at Slim's. I keep thinking it was Berkeley because he said we sounded really good, and what I remember about Berkeley is they had a really good PA. I don't know. Adrian, can you remember that? Bob? Anyway, but Matt's wonderful, and he recorded this bass for me. This little reality check on what it means to be alive. Suffer if you live, you're gonna suffer if you live, you're gonna suffer. Stick with me and you won't cry alone. If you breathe, you're gonna suffer. If you see, you're gonna suffer. If you feel, you're gonna suffer. Stick with me and you won't cry alone. Spend your life avoiding sorrow. Might as well be dead. Pain will always teach us something. Get it through your head. If you live, you're gonna suffer. If you live, you're gonna suffer. If you live, you're gonna suffer. Stick with me and you won't cry alone. Fear and love are all we know. They're never far apart. They tie us up, they don't let go. If you live, you're gonna suffer. If you live, you're gonna suffer. Stick with me and you won't cry alone. If you breathe, you're gonna suffer. If you see, you're gonna suffer. If you feel, you're gonna suffer. If you live, you're gonna suffer. If you live, you're gonna suffer. If you live, you're gonna suffer. Stick with me and you won't cry alone. Stick with me and you won't cry alone. Stick with me and you won't cry alone. Yeah. Thanks, Deathy. Thanks, Matt. So, I played in a lot of bands. I'm going to try to do a song or two from every one of those bands and my solo work. I want to remind you, this is a free concert. It is totally dedicated to all the gig workers. I've been one all my life. All the musicians, the artists, oh God, everybody. I just know in my world, about 3 weeks ago, all my fellow musicians and artists were just calling each other, and it was kind of like a competition. So, how many gigs did you cancel? And my son Noah, who is totally responsible for this working, he's probably got 80 hours of intense hair-pulling work into making all the software work. he had a really big year planned, a lot of gigs. He does production, lights and sound and staging for bands, and I think he was even had some work down at Bonnaroo and all that, and it's all gone. So this is for you guys. There is a PayPal, support my work button. I really don't want you to push that button, unless you want to send me 2 cents just to say you were here. But you don't have to do that. On the other hand, if you're doing okay and you're fabulously wealthy or you're just comfortable and at least the money aspect of this horrible pandemic is not screwing you up too much, I would appreciate some help because I want to keep doing this work. I want to keep doing these shows. I want to get a record out in a very unconventional way for me. I'm just going to drop a song every, few weeks, a new song, and hopefully a video with it. We'll just see how it works. But that's that. Here's a Bears song. Meaningless, 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 meaningless. The smallest risk is too great for him. Success and failure can destroy him. But if he's centered upon love, no risk is too great. Success is guaranteed already. The union of creator and creature, besides which all else is meaningless. Luxury motel room by the sea, said my wife as I sunk my teeth in her brown thigh. You were an egg just like me. The smallest risk is too great for him. Success and failure can destroy him. If he's centered upon love, no risk is too great. Success is guaranteed already. The union of creator and creature, besides which all else is meaningless. silence on my end of the Ethernet cable. Maybe I should say stunned silence. Oh God, this is fun. Nonetheless. Everybody doing good? I hope some of you are like in bed with a glass of wine and some snacks, something like that. My friend David Weicker said he'd be naked. All right. Let's bring it down. We're going to bring it down. So, a lot of parents working from home. My son Sam in New York, his beautiful new bride, Sarah, are teaching online their classrooms. Sam has a bunch of 6th, 7th graders. And those kids are home. And apparently children can drive parents nuts. I don't know. I think my kids have made it very clear it's the other way around. So we had twins in the middle. We had Sam and then twins and then Robert. I know there's some other mothers of twins out there. Raised some twins. Leslie, my childhood sweetheart, is listening. With her husband, who's big and strong and could kick my ass. I still love you, Miss Strong. Always will. They raised twins. Alice Peacock, and Hugh are raising twins. When our twins were 2 weeks old, I wrote this song. I didn't know if I was happy, sad, tired, exhilarated. I don't know. You tell me. This is exciting. Yeah, you musicians out there, just remember, there's like volume controls on these instruments, and sometimes they have to be where they're supposed to be for you to start the song. So you don't embarrass yourself in front of, who knows, 1,000 people in the Western Hemisphere. Never been so happy, never so in love. I must have 100 angels watching from above. But when everything is perfect, my colors fade to black, and 100 angels come under attack. Joy and madness, slipping off the edge. Joy and madness, standing on a ledge, staring down at the river and the pretty city lights, and the love I feel for all mankind envelopes the night. The doors of heaven open, and I'm taken on a ride, till I notice the gargoyle grinning at my side. Joy and madness, slipping off the edge. Joy and madness, standing on a ledge. Gone is my greed for security, and gone is the drone of consistency, joy, and madness. I leap before I look, and I'm lifted in the sky. I have everything I ever wanted, and I don't have to try. My life becomes so easy. I wear a stupid grin, waiting for the train to take me back to hell again. Joy and madness, slipping off the edge. Joy and madness, standing on a ledge. Joy and madness, slipping off the edge. Joy and madness, standing on a ledge. Thank you. That was a Psychodot song. I just wanted to play that one nice and plain, like it sort of sounded on the bed I wrote it on, with the twins in their little bassinets. So, like I said, Sam's in New York. He's in the epicenter with Sarah and their friends. And I love you, Sam, and I love you, Sarah, and I love all your friends. I got to meet them about a month ago at their wedding. And my daughter, Grace, the other twin besides Noah, she's in Philadelphia, and I love you, Grace. Noah's in town, but off the premises. He won't come in here, so he taught me how to do all this stuff and went on big adventures. And I really want to say thanks again to Noah Fetters and his girlfriend Emily Russo. Russo is amazing and wonderful, and she helped with the lights, and she kind of taught me what gamma is and magenta versus, I don't know, chartreuse. And also, as always with me, Gordon Rankin at Wavelength Audio. He is a genius. It is a comfort to me to know that he can't spell, but he is a genius, and he has guided me, and he helped Noah and I a whole lot this week. And thank God he doesn't charge me by the hour, because I know he charges Apple Computer and Audio Quest. But thank you guys and girls. If you saw the Not the End video, just so you know, I wrote that song in 2007. The only real music, like real job I ever had was at a recording studio as a commercial music composer for 10 years. And great, I made a bunch of friends. I discovered, well, I've got lifelong friends amongst the artists and creative directors and engineers I got to work with. It was my advanced, I don't know how advanced I am, but it was my college, let's put it that way. And I quit that job. Things were changing, as they do. The business was disrupted. So I went off on my own, but I had a year of non-compete, and I had a whole bunch of plans. Like Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the face. So I left the job. I had like plans on doing a tour with the Bears, and I was workshops and all this stuff, and I had money saved up, and nothing came together. I had a non-compete, so I couldn't even make a commercial when the people from TV land called me and said, "Oh, come on, do it." I just didn't want to. I didn't want to cheat on that. Not because I'm an honest person. I just didn't want my kids to see me cheat. See, I talk a lot at house concerts. I didn't know I was going to say that, but that's God's truth. But it was quite a crisis, and that's when I wrote Not the End. And, I don't know, 5 years went by. It went on a public radio benefit CD. I don't know, a few hundred of them sold. Nobody really said anything about the song being a really good song, but, it was, I think, like 2015. Things were pretty good in 2015. But 1 week ago, 8 days ago, I called Robert Mills, local filmmaker, commercial filmmaker, who I've worked on projects with before, and I sent him the song. I said, "Can you do anything with that?" And he called me about 30 minutes later and said, basically he was dropping everything and he was going to make a video. So he did that, and I think it took him about 4.5 days. Apparently he doesn't sleep. So I'm glad everybody enjoys it, because that's that. I've talked so much now, but I'm going to even talk more. I'm going to play a song called Desire. Matt Malley played bass on this, my pal. I can't wait to get to California and go to the sushi stop in Thousand Oaks with Matt, and I will not eat another urchin, no matter how much you beg me to do, but I'll eat practically anything else. And B. Haskins, who does a cameo in the Not the End video, B, who also sang on a couple songs on Saint Ain't. This is one of them. She does the bridge. She was about 13, maybe pushing 14 when she sang on this song. Destroyers, that's how the universe ends. We build our temples, we burn them down, and start all over again. You and me were meant to be together. I hope we still remain friends. When every day's another heartbreak for causes we can't defend. It's a lie. Hand in hand, we're on the great adventure. To paradise we set sail. We will find God, see what He's doing, and watch Him chase His own tail. We were born to question all the answers. We know the truth lies within. So tell me why we're never satisfied. It's the ultimate sin. Desire, desire, preaching to the choir. The truth is it's a lie. Take it, B. preachers and wash their mouths out with soap. Take mom and dad, they're just as bad. It's like they're all smoking dope. They got the song, they're always singing, just like a chorus of balloons. All we need is more, that's all they ask for, so they're never in tune. Desire, preaching to the choir. The truth is it's a lie. Desire, preaching to the choir. The truth is it's a lie. Desire, preaching to the choir. The truth is it's a lie. Guitar switch.
Hi.
Well, look who's here. Look who's here. It's the girls in the house. It's Swanee.
Hello.
It's Swanee and it's Tilly the Beagle. My son Robert is monitoring downstairs. There's a latency, so he's ready to call Noah, and there's a team. There's a team, but maybe the champion of the team. Hi, honey.
Hi. It sounds wonderful downstairs. I'm downstairs chair dancing in the kitchen with my iPad and my earbuds on.
Wow, keep talking.
Yeah, okay. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This is just wonderful. Social distancing saves lives, but I don't like it. So I'm glad you're all here, and everything's great. I'm having so much fun downstairs. Okay, enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, honey. Bye, Tilly.
Bye.
Tilly is. Oh, look. Yeah, that's funny. Oh God. Okay. Bye. Love you. I feel like Mr. Rogers. I'm married to her. The night I met her, Bob Neiswanger, bass player. We'll have Bob play some bass. Don't worry. And some of these. The first thing he said to me was, "Oh, she's way too smart for you," and he was right. But she's forgiving. She's so forgiving. Wow. Where am I here? Yeah, if you're going to be married to a musician, you got to be forgiving. Right, Laura Neiswanger? Right, Martha Ballou? Catherine Lovely? Oh, the list goes on. Wow, I'm thinking about the people that I hope are watching. Richard in Victoria Island. My high school friend Kevin in Prince Edward Island. Leslie and Mike and Mida in Florida. I got a bunch of relatives and friends in Southern California, Northern California, Central California, and all the people that have hosted house concerts. If you do a house concert, Swanee comes with me. She's the merch girl. I think that's why I get the gigs, actually. I've heard in a crisis, it doesn't build character, it reveals character. And I get to see hers. She inspired this one. I was mad at her when I wrote it. carries her faith like a crystal ball. Everything's gonna be alright when the river rises and the mountains fall. Everything's gonna be alright. The school of hard knocks tries to teach you a lesson. You're living in a pit of suicidal depression. The doctor called you up, he's all out of answers. The tickle in your throat turned out to be cancer. Well, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. If you're freezing to death and you can't find a candle, everything's gonna be alright. God won't give you more than you can handle. Everything's gonna be alright. Your family starves cause you can't sell your art. Your friends disappear, it's breaking their hearts. You lose all your stuff, you still owe the tax. And one day she walks out and she doesn't walk back. Well, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. If I had what you had, I'd never let go. If I had what you had, I'd never let go. But my faith slips through my hands like melting snow. She carries her faith like a crystal ball. The bullet's in your brain and it's the end of your life. They're burning your hut, they're violating your wife. But she always said, when we're dead it's not over. We'll be drinking wine with Jesus in a field of clover. Everybody's going to heaven cause there ain't no hell. But even if there is, it's just as well. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. She carries her faith like a crystal ball. Everything's gonna be alright. 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 Alright, alright, alright. So, stop complaining. Easy for me to say. Hard to do. Okay. Bob Neiswanger plays bass on this. As usual, Bob really annoyed me. He came to my studio. He played his bass part in one take. And then went on his way and sold somebody a house. What a badass. He takes my calls, and really, it's like, I don't know, a feather in my cap, I feel, when he actually answers. So I'm getting up there in years, they say. Yep, I am 65 years old. And a lot of people I grew up with didn't make 65. When I was in junior high and high school, there were 3 of us They were all kind of like a circle of best friends. Carl and Dave and me. And Carl died last year. And I miss him so. We went to a lot of concerts together. Jethro Tull. Carl liked Mountain a lot. I saw Leslie West play a bunch of times. It was great. Saw those bands back in the early 70s, Allman Brothers. Went to Detroit all the time. Ted Nugent was like Uncle Ted Nugent. I know he recognized us. He seemed to be more of a nice guy back then. Didn't have so much of an agenda. I'm not going to talk about politics, but just we love the MC5 together and Iggy and everything. And then there's Linda Zook, lost Zook. What a bummer. But on the other hand, I really don't understand why people are so freaked out about dying, because, you know, the nicest people do it. You know, just like real quickly, like, you know, Marcus Aurelius, he died. He's a great guy. He seemed to handle it pretty well. Mark Twain, another Mark. He did great. He came in on Halley's Comet, went out on Halley's Comet. All my cousins in California certainly remember Mark Annis, my grandfather. What a guy. Love that guy so much. So, maybe I'm making it up. Maybe somebody made it up for me, but I'm buying it. I've got a long way to go. I don't really want to take it slow. I want to gaze down at the earth below. Heaven. I'm trying hard to stay detached, but I keep wondering when my eggs will hatch. I'm looking for a perfect match. Heaven. I want my childhood back. I need God to cut me some slack. I'm trying to make this gray sky crack. Heaven. There's so much hurt you can't erase, frozen to this time and space. If it would disappear without a trace. Heaven. I wish I had a magic box. I'd take your pain and keep it locked up, and run away to a place that time forgot. I want my childhood back. I need God to cut me some slack. I'm trying to make this night sky crack. Heaven. My friends are waiting there. I'm late, but they don't care. Now, your job is to forget how loud that guitar solo started. I had everything wrong down there. Oh, my God. And Adrian Ballou was watching. That's great. He knows I can do it if I get a couple tries. Okay. I'm going to tell a little story. Try to combine them. In 1978, I went to Los Angeles because I thought I was in love with a girl. I spent about 1 minute and 46 seconds with her after my big plane trip from Ohio. It was a big mistake. I exited that relationship. But I met her best friend, and she was Stella. My cousin David rescued me. I encamped at his apartment. Somebody had given him something that he didn't really want anything to do with. A bag of peyote. I wanted something to do with that. Called back to Ohio. My long-suffering agent, almost manager at that point, said, Adrian's out there. He's rehearsing with Frank Zappa. He might be a little homesick. Why don't you give him a call? And that led to a lifelong friendship. We were talking about stuff like that today. Started a band together called the Bears. Almost got famous, we thought. I don't know, 15 years went by or so. Maybe not even that long. Started playing together. Made a record called Car Caught Fire. And I wrote this song in about 15 minutes about Dave. Rob, Carl, Dave. We were big King Crimson fans back in the day. We thought Robert Fripp was real witchy and mysterious and everything like that. So when it came time for a guitar solo on Dave, wouldn't you know, Robert offered to play the solo. And he's going to play it for you tonight because I just ripped it off the record. Counted up his fears one day. They weren't worth a dime. He cried a lot of tears for her, 'cause he wasn't worth her time. And his life felt like a marathon. Man, how long can this last? Slowed down for a little drink. Didn't see the winter pass. Last Saturday morning, we missed the warning, and the pain got boring. His soul went soaring. Used to be too young to understand. Now she's just too old. Can't shut the door on her regrets. She'll never be that cold. And I could have been a better friend. I can see where I went wrong. I hid beneath my selfishness, like I hide behind this song. Last Saturday morning, we missed the warning. Nothing lasts forever, except maybe Jesus Christ. But nothing could be sadder than a child taking his own life. I heard the minister mumble, I heard the falling rain, and I felt my mother's hand slip into mine. None of us has ever been the same. Last Saturday morning, we missed the warning, and the pain got boring. His soul went soaring. So, that was beautiful. It's funny to do that one. I don't know, somehow we misplaced some masters on that. They'll be found. But I re-recorded everything around the solos and then just kind of blended in the real bears in those spots and then blended them out for the last verse and then back in for the outro. I think maybe a few shows down the road, if this passes mustard, please pass mustard. I'll do one, and maybe it'll be just for tech geeks and guitar geeks and stuff like that. We'll center one like that. I've got so many songs, and I want to play them all, but I can't play them all tonight. Well, I could. I'm ready to. But there's no way to know if I get an encore or anything. But I really shouldn't complain. I mean, Neil Armstrong didn't get an encore. So Stella. Stella's a blast. I wrote a song in 1978. It might have been my first kind of coherent song. Because up to that point, I was writing songs like Lost in the Sauce and Stealing Dad's Beer. But Stella was great. She was a wonderful friend, and we traipsed around Hollywood with Adrian. First time I had done that. And I did the song, and my bands all played it, and we recorded it. But I was too embarrassed to ever play it for Stella. She never heard it. And I think she's listening tonight. I sure hope so. But we ran into each other maybe 30 years after the fact, instantly recognized each other, quick conversation. I said, let's have dinner. And she said, well, we can have dinner, but I better call your wife. So she called Swanee, and they had a funny conversation. And we got to go out together. And I'll finish the story later. Better play the song. She had never heard the song, and I got my courage up, and on my iPhone, I found a YouTube video of Psycho Dots playing it, played it for her. A little more rockin' than the version I'm going to play tonight. Stella, I love the sound of your voice when I'm down, 'cause I'm stuck in Detroit and you're in Hollywood, and you sound so good. I've got so many goals, so many places I want to go before I get too old. I'll reach them all somehow, but I don't want it half as much as I want you right now, right now. Stella, if the answer is love, someone give me a shove and get me out of Detroit, back to West Hollywood. 'Cause I'm a rational man. Last time I fell in love, I just ran. So much for logical decisions. I've gotta be my own boss. I've got my freedom now, but what a cost. I think I need a physician. Oh yeah. Stella, you're my magical friend. Catch this song that I send direct from my heart in Rock City to Hollywood. Someone give me a shove and get me out of this mess. Back to Los Angeles, West Hollywood, and thank God for California. 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 'Cause here I come. So I played that for Funny Beautiful, Sharp as a Tack, New York raised Stella. And at the end of our date, as I was walking her back to her car, she said, just kind of out of the side of her mouth, kind of just the way she talks, she just said, "Damn, I should have when I had the chance." Which I've decided is one of the nicest things a beautiful woman can say to an old guy. And the only reason I didn't say it the way she said it was because when I was practicing for this, and I was practicing on some like unlisted YouTube streams, I screwed up and I started cussing myself out, and the stream went away, and I got an email that said I had violated community standards. So remember that, musicians. I don't know too many musicians that don't cuss like sailors when the time is right. But speaking of sex, this lemon to lemonade stuff, I heard that there's going to be a baby boom. I hope there is. I really do. I think it'll be cool. I've loved having kids. I love my kids. I hope they have some. But here's another song. This song started as a demo for Penn Station East Coast Subs. I was trying to write some music, some bluesy music for a great ad agency. I'm not just saying that because they're listening. But I did it, and my friend Clyde Brown, a R&B legend in Cincinnati, who's watching. I love you, Clyde Brown, and you know it. You love me. Clyde came in the studio and just did some ad libs, and I said, "Hey, man, Clyde, I know it's about a sandwich, but make it sound like it's kind of about, And he said, "Yeah, I know what you mean." So he did it, and then Michael and Dave at the, or I don't know, maybe they played it for the client, but whoever, they just said, "No way, we're not touching that. Inappropriate." Which is great. So I gave him something else, and I kept the song and made a song out of it with Clyde. So he's a co-writer. He's a co-lyricist on it, and I'll leave it at that. but life is here. Baby, do me right. Get wild tonight. Down to skin and bone. Come on, take me home. Don't need no sugar, no spice. Don't want you to be nice. Detroit City, all the doggies and the kitties are making love, not war. That's what black leather is for. Every Detroit band got Mojo hand. She got the leather on tight. Good rockin' tonight. Leather on tight. Don't want you to be nice. Go ahead, have a baby boom, Earth, do it. All right, one more song. I have gone way longer than I thought I'd go, and I hope it's okay. I hope not too many people want to watch cat videos. I hope everybody stays healthy and flattens the curve and does the right thing for everyone else. Terrible pandemic, but beautiful to bring the world together. I think Steve Mitchell's in London listening, and Leslie Whited is listening in Hawaii, and all points in between. I send you my love. If you want to support my work, I would love that. I will just keep cranking this out as long as I can afford to do it. So that's what the PayPal thing is. And I'm not doing Venmo. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just making it simple. Doesn't work for you, that's fine. I am so grateful for the opportunity to play this, my little babies, all these songs. What else was I supposed to tell you? Oh, subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notices that I'm doing another one. And right now, I'm really hoping a week from tomorrow, Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, I'll do another one. I'll do a bunch of different songs. I think I'm going to do Heaven again because I got to get it right. So I'll do some, but thank you so much. And a crisis doesn't build character. A crisis reveals character. So let's all be good and do the right thing. I love you. The day I discovered I wasn't the center of the universe, threw a tantrum in the temple, kinda like the Son of God. And I thought to myself, if I keep thinking like this, I'm gonna go to hell. Each time I humble myself, my pride begins to swell. There's too much company with the victims and the losers and the wannabes. Who's gonna notice if I'm nailed to that cross? So I sing to myself, if I keep singing like this, I'm gonna go to hell. Where fear is never boring and true love is always snoring in an ugly motel. Holy roller soldiers are skirmish at the border with honest murders. Don't get any on you, atheists and Jews, me and you, we don't need big love. Unwanted foreigners, AIDS and the loners, babies in the cradle, female potatoes, KKKs and Crips, take a sip. We all need big love now. Big love now. Big love now. Big love, big love, big love, big love, big love, big love, big. I wanna swim in the light, a child in a bright, shiny universe. I don't wanna get hurt, but I want my freedom too. So I pray for my will, but if I keep praying like this, I'm gonna go to hell. So I hide where I can't die, inside my shell. Alcoholic addicts, kids with automatics, sucking on the pipe. God knows the time is right. White, black, brown, red. Mama said we all need big love. All the saints, all the sinners, the ones we eat for dinner, the enemies we hate. And before it gets too late, the one we treat like dirt, Mother Earth. We all need big, 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 big love now. Big love, big love, big love now. Big love, big love now. Big love, 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 big love. The day I discovered I wasn't the center of the universe, I threw a tantrum in the temple, kinda like the Son of God. I'm gonna go to hell. 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 Holy roller soldiers who skirmish at the border with Allah and his martyrs. Don't get any on you, atheists and Jews, surfers too. We all need big love. Unwanted foreigners, AIDS and fake loners, babies in the cradle, female potatoes, KKKs and Crips, take a sip. We all need big love now. Big love, big love, big love now. Oh, big love now. Big, 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 big love now. Big love now. Big love now. Big, 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 big love now. Swim in the light, a child in a bright, shiny universe. I wanna swim in the light, a child in a bright, shiny universe. Thank you very much. See you in a week or so.